Hi guys, if you want to become iOS developer in 2026 but don't know where to start, so I have a perfect roadmap for you all. So let's begin. So first of all, we will discuss fundamentals, Xcode and Cocoa setup. So macOS is Apple's operating system that run on a Mac device. iOS development can only be done on macOS because Apple's development tool are available only for Mac. Before building apps, you need a MacBook or Mac system. This is the environment where you are write, test, and publish your applications. Now, what is Xcode? Xcode is Apple's official IDE. It provides everything needs to build iOS application. You can write code, design UI, debug issues, test app, and publish them to the App Store. Xcode also include an iPhone simulator so that you can run app without a physical device. Next is Swift Basics. Swift is Apple's programming language used for building iOS and iPad applications. It is fast and easy to learn a language. It helps developers write cleaner code. Most new iOS developers are build entire application in Swift language. Learning Swift is the first programming skills ever iOS developer should acquire. The next topic is variables. Variables are containers used to store data in memory. For example, a user's name, age, email, or score can be stored in variables. The value inside a variable can change during program execution. Variable help applications manage and process information. Then the data type. Data type define the kind of value a variable can store. For example, string store text, int store whole numbers, double store decimal value, and boolean store true or false values. Using the correct data type improve performance and prevent errors. Shift is just strongly typed language, so understanding data type is important. They form the foundation of reliable code. Okay. The next part is operators. Operator perform action on data. Example include addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It helps calculate value and make decisions. They are used throughout app development, and without operators, application would not be able to process data efficiency. Then we come on next part, control flow. Control flow determines the order in which code execute. It allows program to make decisions and repeat tasks. Shift provide statement such as if, else, switch, and loop for controlling execution flow. It make application interactive and intelligent, and it is just one of the most important programming concept. Next part is if else statement. It allow your application to make decisions. The program check a condition and execute different code depending on whether the condition is true or false. For example, showing premium content only to subscribed users. It helps create dynamic app behavior. Then we will come to switch statement. It is used when there are multiple possible conditions. It make code cleaner than writing many if-else statement. For example, handling different user role or menu selections. It improve readability and maintainability. Next part is functions. Functions are reusable block of code that perform specific tasks. Instead of writing the same code repeatedly, you create a function and call it whenever needed. It improves code organizations and readability. They make application easier to maintain. And closures are self-contained block of code that can be passed around the executed later. They are similar to function, more flexible. Closure are commonly used in API call, button actions, and asynchronous programming. Modern Swift development heavily rely on closures. Understanding them help you write cleaner and more advanced code. Then we will come on optional and error handling. Optional represent value that may or may not exist. They help prevent crashes caused by missing data. For example, a user profile image may not be available yet. Swift force developer to safely handle operation values. This feature makes Swift safer than many programming languages. Mastering optional is essential for becoming a iOS developer. Error handling is the process of managing unexpected situation in an application. Example include failure network request, invalid user input, or missing file. Swift provide tools such as do catch, block for handling errors. Proper error handling improve user experience and app stability. Professional app always anticipate and handle failure gracefully. So next is Swift and iOS basics. And first of all, we will discuss iOS app lifecycle. The iOS app lifecycle is described the different states and application goes through from launch to termination. And An app starts when the user open it, become active while interacting with this user, enter the background when minimized, and may eventually terminate when closed. Understanding the lifecycle help developers save data, pause tasks, and manage resources efficiently. Every iOS application follows this lifecycle. Next is UIKit basics. So it is Apple's traditional framework for building iOS user interface. It provides ready-made components such as button, label, images, text field or tables, and navigation controllers. Before SwiftUI, almost every iOS application was built using UIKit. Even today, many production applications still use it. Learning UIKit helps developer understand the foundation of iOS development. All right. So next one is Storyboard. It is a visual interface design tool available inside Xcode. It allows developers to design multiple screens and connect them using drag and drop functionality. Developers can visualize, create, navigate, and between screens without writing much code. Storyboard make it easier for beginner to understand app flow. Then XIB. It is nib files. XIB files are used to design a single reusable user interface screen component. Unlike Storyboard, each XIB represents only one view. Developers often use XIVs for custom table cell. Reusable views or individual screen, they help organize large project by separating UI component into independent file. XIV files improve code reusability and maintainability. Next is views. View is the basic building block of every iOS user interface. Every button, image, label, or text field or container visible on the screen is a type of view. Views display content and respond to user interface. They can also contain other views, creating a hierarchical structure. Understanding views is essentially for designing user interface. If you talk about auto layout, it is a system that automatically position and resize UI element on different screen sizes and orientation inside of manually calculating positions. Developers define constraint between UI component. Auto layout ensure that application UI consists across all iPhone and iPod devices. It is one of the most important concepts in iOS UI development. Next is constraint. They are basically rules used by auto layout to determine the position and size of UI element. For example, a button can be constrained to stay 20 points from the button of the screen or centered horizontally. Constraint allow interface to adapt automatically to different device size. Proper use of constraint create responsive and flexible layout. Next one is navigation controller. Navigation controller manage navigation between multiple screens in an iOS application. It provides a navigation bar at the top and maintain a stack of view controller. User can move forward by pushing a new screen and return using the back button. Navigation controller are commonly used in applications like setting or context. They provide a smooth navigation experience. Next is user input and validations. So user input refer to any information entered by the user into an application. Common example include typing text, selecting option, pressing button or choosing images. iOS provide controls such as UI text field, UI text view, UI switch and UI button for collecting user input. Handling user input correctly create interactive and user-friendly application. Now, input validation ensure that user provide data is correct before processing it. And for example, checking whether an email address is valid or ensuring a password meets security requirement. Validation prevent invalid or malicious data. Validation prevent invalid data from entering the application. It improves security, reduce error, and enhance the user experience. Every professional application perform proper input validation. UI development with Swift. First one is stack view. Stack view are layout containers that automatically arrange multiple UI elements in a horizontal or vertical direction. Instead of manually positioning every component, developers simply add view into a stack view and it manages spacing, alignment, and distribution automatically. Stack view reduce layout complexity and make interface easier to maintain. They are widely used in both UIKit and SwiftUI development. Next is collection view and table view. So collection view is a UI component used to display a group of items in a customizable grid or horizontal layout. It is commonly used for image galleries, shopping apps, movie lists, and social media feeds. Unlike table views, collection view provide flexible layout and support multiple columns. They efficiently reuse cells to improve performance. Even with large data set, modern iOS applications frequently use collection view. And table view is one of the most commonly used UI component in iOS development. It displays information in a vertical scrollable list where each row represents a piece of data. For example, include contact, settings, chat, and notification. So table view efficiently reduce cells, making them suitable for large data set. Almost every iOS application contains at least one table view. Next is custom UI components. So custom UI components are user interface element designed specially for an application's unique requirement. Instead of relying only one default button or label, developer create reusable custom view with personalized design and behavior. For example, include profile card, custom button, rating view, and animated loader. Reusable component improve code organize and maintain consistency across the application. Next is animation and transitions. So animation make application feel smooth, interactive, and visually appealing. They are used to move object, shade element, resize view, or create engaging transition between screens. iOS provides built-in animation APIs that make implementing animations simple and efficient. Well-designed animations improve the overall user experience and make application feel more professional. Transition define how one screen or UI element change into other. For example, including sliding, fading, scaling, or flipping animation during navigation. Smooth transition guide user naturally through an application and improve reusability. iOS provide built-in transition animations, and while developers can also create custom transition for unique experience. Good transitions make a feel polished and modern. Next is dark mode and styling. So dark mode is a system-wide appearance option introduced by Apple that changes the application's interface to dark colors. It reduces eye strain in low light environment and can improve battery life on OLED display. Developers should design applications that automatically adapt to both light mode and dark mode. Supporting dark mode provide a better user experience and follow Apple's design guideline. SF symbols. So SF symbols is Apple's official icon library designed specially for iOS, iPad, and macOS applications. It contains thousands of scalable vector icons that integrate seamlessly with the Apple ecosystem. Developers can customize symbol size, weight, and color without losing quality. Using SF symbols help maintain a consistent and professional user interface. Next, the asset catalog is a centralized place inside Xcode where developers store images, icon, color, and other visual resources used in an application. It supports multiple images resolution for different devices and automatically select the appropriate asset at runtime using an asset catalog simplify resources management and improve application performance. It is a standard practice in professional iOS development.